Hi everyone, Nancy here. It is April. Sorry guys, it's very windy and sorry about that guys. It's April 22, 2021 and it is 7:20 in the evening. And I'm hoping that my voice will not get drowned out by the wind. So I'm going to try to speak when the wind is not blowing so much. And you can hear some kids playing somewhere. Oh, I think they're playing street hockey. That's what it sounds like. I can't see them from here, but I can hear. Now, what you just heard, that was some pieces of wood that some people are working in their backyard. Okay. From the kids, I can hear what sounds like hockey sticks. Yeah. Anyway, guys, you know what? I want to talk about vengeance. And the reason why I'm the wind. The reason why I'm laughing. Oh boy, I hope you guys can hear me. The reason why I'm laughing is because of something that I found out at this one place that I used to work at some years ago before I had my own business. And so I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, so one day I got this job at this place and after you guys find out. Whoops. If the camera moved, it was because I accidentally tipped over the tripod. The reason why, okay, after you guys find out why I'm laughing, you're not going to think it's funny, but for some reason it's just making me laugh. So I got this job at this one place a long time ago. And, and I was there working and, and then one day, around when was it? About a month into the job, there was a sign that was placed all over the work floor, like where in the workplace where I was on the floor. The manager placed a sign on the walls in several areas, and I read it, right? So then I went to go read the paper, and the paper said it was talking about a theft that was happening. And the theft that was happening were the lunches of the people that were working there on that floor. And the manager mentioned the names of the people whose lunches were stolen. And I can still remember one of the names of the workers, and it was this really nice girl that used to work with me. Yeah. And so the note also said that this theft of people's lunches was happening a lot. People kept getting their lunches stolen, and it was happening so much. And to myself, I was thinking, oh, who's doing that? Who could be doing that? And the thing is, guys, my lunch was never stolen because I never put my lunch in the fridge. My lunch was always in a thermos. I always brought my lunch in a thermos, and I kept it with me. So I was wondering who could be stealing people's food. And what I learned through another coworker, this guy, one time I was in my room, and his room was next to mine. And then one day we were just chatting. I went over to his room because he was asking earlier. He was asking for coffee and no, hot water, and I don't know what happened. I think the hot water went, and he wanted some coffee. So then I went looking for some hot water, and I found the cooler, the water cooler, and that water cooler had freezing water. It had boiling water, and it had warm water. So I told him, hey, I found some hot water in the cooler. So then I told him, and he was all happy, right? So then he started to talk to me about that person who was stealing, and and he told me that everybody's lunch was stolen, and there were a lot of people, guys, that worked on that floor. I would say maybe like 10 people worked on that floor, and everybody's lunch was getting stolen. And the coworker was telling me, Nancy, every lunch from every person here gets stolen. And I said, everyone? And he said, yeah, even mine. Everybody's lunch keeps getting stolen. And I said, oh, that's terrible. And then the coworker said, but I know who it is, and he said that they found out who it was. I don't know how. All I know is that he told me that they found out who it was. He said, I know who it is. And he even told me. Of course, I cannot tell you, but he told me who was stealing everybody's lunch. And I said, oh, really? That person? I can't believe it. They look so nice and so sweet. And they said, no, they're not like that. They have been stealing everybody's lunch. Sorry guys, if you saw the camera move again, I just accidentally tilted the camera with my hands because I'm holding onto the tripod, and sometimes I don't know that I'm kind of tilting it to the side. Like sometimes I'm not aware that I'm tilting the camera to the side. So sorry about that, guys. So my coworker was saying that the way this person was stealing was so unbelievable because they wouldn't even leave one or maybe 2 or 3. Okay, so they wouldn't leave 1 or 2 or 3. They were taking everything. And I said to my coworker, wow, that's so unbelievable. They take everything? And my coworker said, yeah. And so I said, wow, that's so unbelievable. I can't believe it, right? So then my coworker said, but I got him back. And I said, what? And he said, yes, I got him back. And he says, and then he explained to me like this. This is what I did. I took some of my juice, my bottle of my juice, okay? He said, I took my bottle of my juice and I put in there my urine. And then I put it back in the fridge. And then later when I went to go get my juice, the whole thing was finished. So you see how awful that is? That's vengeance. That's a very awful vengeance. But the reason why I was laughing was because I know it's not funny, but it was making me laugh. That what he wasn't my friend, he was my coworker, but what he did was, yeah, it was not good. right? Because it was a very bad vengeance. It was a very bad vengeance, not good. And but for some reason sometimes it makes me laugh. Anyway, but guys, my point is vengeance is not good, because guys, what if, I'm not saying that my coworker had this in his body, but I'm saying, what if the coworker had, like a sickness in his body, and then the person who was stealing things, drank the juice, and then he got sick, or she got sick. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that's a terrible thing. But at the time when when the coworker first told me about this, in my head I was saying, oh my, good for him. But now, of course, no, I don't say that, right? That's yes, vengeance, whether it's like something like that, which is very extreme, or something that's not disgusting and not too quote unquote bad, it's still vengeance because of the condition of the heart. God looks at the condition of our hearts, right? And if we're going to do vengeance, it's because we hate the other person. We want to get them back. There is hatred. There is hatred, guys. You might say that you don't have hatred in your heart, but if you're going to get somebody back, that has to do with hatred, because your anger is so raging on the inside of you that you want to get somebody back. You want to pay them back for what they did to you. And even if that person who did that bad thing to you, even if they were wrong, God says, no, don't do that. Vengeance is mine. I will repay. Okay, guys? So don't do vengeance to anybody, because God's vengeance, the way he does it, is better. The person will really feel it. They will learn their lesson. And you know what, guys? Sometimes people, when God gets them back, I was going to say, sometimes they don't learn their lesson. But maybe they do. But then again, I have seen people, I've seen God do vengeance for me in front of my face. And those people, they really felt it, right? It was very harsh, but they still don't change. So God will continue to deal with them publicly until they change. So I guess, yeah, people don't always change when God does vengeance to them. But anyway, back to the job site. The person who was doing all the stealing, they eventually they ended up leaving. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they got fired. I don't know. All I know is that one day I didn't see them anymore. Yeah. But they did come back one day to visit somebody. I don't know. They came back, and I was chatting with them and everything, and they looked a lot better, because when they were at the job, they lost a lot of weight, because I was working a night shift at this one place, and I guess the night shift really affected this person. And it does affect your body, guys, especially if you're not healthy to begin with. Your body is going to be affected. And it also, it was at a time when I was still dealing with the difficulty that I have in swallowing right now. So I was a little bit more than what I am right now. I was 110. Right now I'm 107. So I was able to handle the night shift a little bit better, but it was still so exhausting, But anyway, yeah. So like I said, that I saw that coworker come back one day, just to chat, and we were just chatting. I don't know who they came to see, but they looked. I was very happy to see that they had gained so much weight, because they were so thin. And when I first met them, I thought that's how they were. I did not notice anything about them that they were unhealthy. They just looked normal to me. And when they came back, they had plumped up, and I was so happy for them. and yeah. So I was happy to see them, even though I had learned about, what they were doing, stealing people's lunches. This person was talking to me, not knowing that I knew what they had done, but I wasn't holding it against them. I was happy for them, that they had gotten healthier, and no longer being in that environment was healthy for them because, they were so thin. And then when I saw them again, they had gained weight and their skin was nice and glowing and they were healthy. And, it was very, very nice to see them. And you know what? Even though I learned, that they were stealing, I was still happy to see them because I liked them. I liked them as a person. Guys, look, when I was there, I know that you don't, I think that's a blue jay. If you guys heard a sound, I think that was a blue jay. And you know, you may not know a person, right? When you first meet them, of course, you don't know them. And then, for example, you know them for like 2 months or 1 month. And you get to know them better in the environment that you're in, like in your job place. And you're like, in your mind, you form an image of who they are. Like they're like, in your mind, you're saying, oh, they're so sweet and they're so nice and they're so gentle and very peaceful person. Oh, they're so sweet, But then when you hear something that they did that was bad, and it was proven too, then you're completely shocked because you're like, yeah, but this person, based on their personality and their attitude, how can it be that they would do something like that? I don't understand that. But guys, that's what it is, guys. People have a very, very good way of hiding who they really are if they are not portraying themselves in the true light, right? Like like the coworker that I'm talking about. They came off as somebody very sweet and who couldn't harm anybody or any animal or anything, right? You know what I mean? Like somebody who's completely honest, but they were not that. They were the complete opposite in that sense, where they liked to steal things that, take other people's things. Like, of course, this person, they're not a crazy, evil, wicked person who's going to kill someone. No, that's extreme. That's not who they are. What I mean is, you're shocked when you find out that such a sweet person, a person that you met that looks so sweet, could have it in their heart to steal. And when they were stealing, it was extreme because they were taking everything. This coworker, like I said, guys, they were taking everybody's lunch. That's what shocked me the most. That the coworker would take everything. They wouldn't leave anything. They would take the food and the drink, everything that belonged to everybody. So that to me was astounding. I couldn't believe it, but anyway. And it's terrible, right, guys? Because I know what some of you guys are thinking. Well, good for him. Look what he was doing, taking everybody's lunch and their drinks. And what are they going to have at work? Now they're not going to have anything. They have to wait there until dinner time, until they go home and with an empty stomach. Good for him. He deserved what he got. What a horrible lady she was. But guys, no. If you're thinking like that, remember, it's evil. It's bad. You're planting a seed of something that can grow into something that you don't want for it to become, because vengeance starts small and then it grows and grows and grows until you are in a position where you don't even realize that you are capable of doing something worse than what you wanted to start out with. That's why, guys, vengeance is very dangerous. Just leave it alone. Whatever people do to you, move on. Just leave it alone. If it has to do, oh, yummy, somebody's cooking something, I don't know, maybe it's barbecue. So I was saying, if it has something to do, oh Lord, thank you so much that the wind stopped. So guys, if it has something to, I was going to say if it has something to do with barbecue, because I'm thinking of the barbecue that I just smelled. Yummy, I can still smell it. So if it has something to do with the law, you have to go and report it to the police. Go to the station and report it. Tell them what happened. And if you don't want to go to the police, then you just have to, you know, resign yourself to just moving ahead, moving forward, and leaving the matter alone, and say, Lord, talk to God about it, and say, Father, this has been done to me, and I would ask that you would please give me divine justice. Now, guys, remember that you have to really forgive completely. Don't hold anything. Okay? First, you forgive, and then God will do justice for you. First forgive, then ask God for justice, and He'll do it. Because without forgiveness, you are going to block any kind of divine justice that God is going to do for you, and favor and blessings. Okay? And anything else that God wants to give to you. Yep. And please, guys, stop thinking that. Some of you guys are like, well, yeah, I know, Nancy, I know about forgiveness, but still, I'm very happy that that guy got what he got. What happened to him? I'm glad that girl got it. Good for her. She deserves it. Because if she stole my lunch, oh boy, I'd be so mad at her. I'd be so mad at her. So good for her that she got what she got. Good for her. You know? No. That's not good, guys. Remember, it doesn't matter how bad the bad thing was that they did to you. You have to remember that God is watching. God didn't close His eyes when those people did bad things to you. He saw everything. He saw it before it even took place. He saw it when you were in your mother's tummy. He saw that. He saw it was going to happen. And the day was going to come when He was going to give you divine justice if your heart is in the right place. Okay, guys? So just practice forgiving. You have to do it, guys. Just make a decision and move on. And if it's too hard for you, okay, do like this. Say like this. Sweet Holy Spirit, please give me a radical heart of forgiveness. Create in me a radical heart of forgiveness. Okay? And He will do it. And keep doing it every single day. Because as long as you would like that, He will do it. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, so now I'm going to go. I am finished. And I'm going to go back inside. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that right before I came out here, I checked the temperature. And it is +4. Okay, so I'm in Toronto. And then I converted the temperature for US terms, and that is 40 degrees, which is not bad, but with this wind, it's very cold. Yes. So if there's no wind, it's okay. It's good. If you're properly dressed, you're always okay. Okay? So if you're properly dressed, and even if there's a freezing wind, well, the wind is not freezing, it's just very cold. So if you're properly dressed and there's a very cold wind, you will always be okay. Yep. Okay, guys, so if you have any vengeance stories about yourself that you did something, let me know in the comments, because I'd like to hear. And if you know of a vengeance story from somebody that you know, then you tell me, because I would like to know. I'd like to hear about these things. And let me know how you dealt with the vengeance. Like, did you forgive after? Or are you still holding on to unforgiveness? Yeah, let me know, guys. Okay, guys, I have to go. Thank you for coming. I love everybody. Oh, the sun is out. And what time is it? Hold on a minute. I'm reaching into my pocket, and it's kind of hard. Oh, no wonder I couldn't open my pocket. I mean, I couldn't go into my pocket because my pocket was buttoned closed, and with my gloves on, I can't feel that the pocket was closed. Hold on a minute. Okay, so it is now 7:45 in the nighttime, and somebody's doggy is going woof woof woof. Okay, guys, thanks for coming. Please don't forget to click on subscribe, and then click on the notification bell so that you will be notified, that's right, notified for each time that I upload a video. And now my mouth is numb. My body's warm, but for some reason my mouth is numb and it's hard to talk. And I wish I could see you guys and wave at you, and yeah. Oh boy, very windy. Okay guys, muchas gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. Los quiero a todo mundo. I love everybody. And what else? Dios los bendiga. God bless everybody. Y a sus familias, your families. Y a sus mascotas and your pets. Y a sus hogares, your homes. Y a sus árboles, the trees in your neighborhood. What else? Y sus zapatos and your shoes, guys, because wherever you go, you have to bring the fragrance of God. Right, guys? Good stuff. No vengeance. Okay, Nancy, enough of the silliness. You must go back inside. Okay, guys, I love you very much. And God bless you. Ciao, ciao.